Rich people, how do you avoid gold diggers? My best friend inherited a tech company worth $50 million when his dad died unexpectedly at 32. You'd never guess it looking at him, though. He drives a 2005 Honda Civic and shops exclusively at Target. After several relationships where women became incredibly interested once they learned about his money, he got paranoid about dating. He started telling people he was a customer service rep at his own company. He'd even complain about his demanding boss and talk about living paycheck to paycheck. He met this woman, Sarah, at a book club at the local library. She seemed genuinely down to earth, driving an older Subaru and always bringing homemade snacks instead of store-bought ones. They started dating, and she never asked about money or wanted expensive dates. She was happy splitting pizza and going to free museum days, which he absolutely loved. 4 months in, she mentioned she had to work late because her boss was demanding impossible deadlines for their non-profit's fundraising campaign. He offered to bring her dinner since she'd be there past 10 p.m. When he arrived at the address she'd given him, he was confused. It was this beautiful glass building downtown, not some small non-profit office he'd imagined. He walked into the lobby and asked the security guard about the non-profit on the 3rd floor. The guard looked confused. "Sir, there's no non-profit here. This is the headquarters for the Martinez Foundation. Ms. Martinez should still be upstairs if you need to see her." Sarah Martinez, his girlfriend Sarah. He took the elevator up and found Sarah in a huge corner office on the phone discussing $1 million grant distributions. When she saw him through the glass door, her face went completely white. She ended her call immediately and let him in. "I can explain," she said, looking panicked. "You own a foundation?" he asked, still processing. "I inherited it from my grandmother when I was 25, she admitted. "The Martinez Foundation gives away about $30 million annually to education and healthcare nonprofits." They stared at each other in stunned silence. "I've been burned by so many guys who only wanted to date me for donations to their causes or connections to wealthy donors," she continued. "I figured if someone liked me when they thought I was making $35,000 a year, they were probably genuine." That's when he started laughing. "What's so funny?" she asked, looking hurt. "I've been lying to you too," he said. "I'm not a customer service rep. I own the company. The whole thing." "What company?" she asked slowly. "Data Stream Solutions. My dad left it to me 2 years ago." Her jaw dropped. "The Data Stream Solutions? The software company that's worth about $50 million? Yeah." They both started laughing hysterically. "So we've both been pretending to be broke this entire time?" she asked. "Pretty much. I've been complaining about my imaginary boss for months. I've been eating ramen for lunch every day because I thought you couldn't afford nice restaurants. I've been buying generic cereal because I thought you were on a tight budget." They spent the next hour confessing all their fake financial struggles. She'd been taking the bus to dates even though she owned a BMW just to maintain her cover. He'd been using coupons at movies while having millions in the bank. "This is either the most ridiculous thing ever or the most romantic," she said finally. "Maybe both. They've been engaged for 6 months now, and the wedding planning has been hilarious. They keep forgetting they can actually afford nice things now. Sarah will suggest a venue, then immediately say, 'Wait, never mind, that's too expensive,' before remembering she could buy the venue if she wanted to. He does the same thing. Last week he was researching budget honeymoon destinations before realizing they could literally go anywhere in the world. Their friends think it's the funniest love story ever told. 2 millionaires pretending to be broke, splitting $12 pizza, and arguing over who pays the $8 movie tickets. But Sarah says it's the healthiest relationship she's ever had because they both fell for each other when they thought they were dating someone with student loans and a studio apartment. Now they joke about being the only couple whose biggest relationship lie was pretending to be poor. Their foundation just announced a joint program funding financial literacy education. The press release says they want to help people understand that money doesn't define relationships. What it doesn't mention is that they learned this lesson by accidentally catfishing each other for 4 months. Sometimes the best way to avoid gold diggers is to date another person who's also avoiding gold diggers. Turns out genuinely wealthy people recognize each other, even when they're both lying about it.